He said, question on NiPoPows. How scalable is this technology in the long term? Can it be improved if blockchain transaction is increased massively over time? Will the blockchain size remain manageable? That's a good question. One thing that we're seeing in the space is the downside to having centralized dependencies, right? It messes with the censorship resistance that should exist in these networks, and when you outsource, specifically like wallets, when you outsource that type of infrastructure, it does create a point of failure or a point of censorship that was cropped up in the last week. NiPoPows sounds like a really fancy word. It sounds like a cartoonish thing, like Batman punching someone or something. But the reality is, it's just a way to reduce the computational resources that are needed to have the state of the chain, right? And so, on one side, we have NiPoPows, which is, a compression technique. On the other side, we have storage rent and the ability to kind of manage the UTXO set over time. And I think together, that is going to do quite a bit in terms of making the blockchain size itself more manageable, more, let's just say, user-friendly across multiple devices. And hopefully in time, that will limit the exposure to kind of the outsourced builds that then, potentially are a point of censorship. And what's your take on this, Ilya? Oops, he's muted on us.
Yep, I was muted. Excuse me. So on NiPoPows, I think it allows for light clients. Light clients are important for having applications communicating with blockchain in a really trustless way on light devices like smartphones, etc.
It's a good path to having solid security assumptions as well as conserving computational power.
Yeah, because currently most of the mobile wallets or mobile versions of decentralized applications, they work with server. They receive data about blocks, about transactions from centralized servers like Explorer, etc. And NiPoPows allow them to such applications to request data from P2P network directly.
Yeah, it's kind of building on the fundamental philosophy that we've heard many times: run your own node, be your own computational resource in the network. Don't kind of outsource that to dependencies, because that does not only potentially expose some information that you may not want others to see, it may put you in an environment where you may be censored. It's much better to just have the best assumptions involved. And so NiPoPow is a friendly way to do that, that hopefully opens up the door to where the general user that doesn't want to sit around and sync a full node can still operate interacting with the P2P network instead of an external server.
To add to that, you guys got the serious end covered pretty well. So I just got to add to that NiPoPows actually reminds me of River Limpopo in South Africa. That's what I think about whenever I think of NiPoPows. River Limpopo?
Over my head, but
it's well, Ilya knows because there's a Russian song about that from where I was, from when I was a kid. So it's like a old people song now. I feel old now, but anyway, there's a river in South Africa, and it just reminds me of that river all the time. River Limpopo.